In this case, there are no conditions which the court can reasonably impose on this defendant to assure all three prongs of the triad. I would incorporate my statements made in the probable cause portion of this argument here so as not to belabor those specific facts. But, Your Honor, there are attendant circumstances in this case that are not encompassed by the charges, which the court should consider that go to all three prongs of the triad. Your Honor, this was more than just 6 isolated and aberrant acts of sexual abuse against a minor. This was a pattern of 6 years of grooming, manipulation, and abuse by this defendant as a middle school teacher against one of her active and then former students. Your Honor, I did provide a large number of text messages to counsel between the defendant and the victim. Because of the nature of the cell phone, they start in May of 2023 and they continue through January of 2026. There are references in those text messages to FaceTimes and prior conversations, but the actual messages that we have don't go back further than May of 2023 at this time. These text messages show not only the level of the grooming and manipulation by this defendant, but they also corroborate multiple times over the sexual relationship disclosed by this victim, including the specific sexual acts that the victim disclosed to police during his interview. For example, Your Honor, in a text message conversation that occurred on August 9th of 2023, the defendant is reminiscing with the victim about when the victim was in middle school, specifically a time that the victim came to her classroom on her prep period, and the defendant made out with the victim and that they were grinding. This is stated by the victim in his statement to police. He explains that when he was in middle school, he would go to her classroom on her prep period, which was 3rd period. Even all these years later, he remembers the specific period and he recalls this specific incident.